Hi Harriet, it's Stephanie. Can you hear me okay? Harriet? This one? Hi Harriet, can you hear me okay? Harriet, are you able to hear me? Harriet, it's Stephanie. Can you hear me? Test, test. Good morning, Marquita. It's Stephanie. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you just fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Harriet. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Good, thank you. Good afternoon. I am now calling proceeding number 23C-0593-INS. This is the Commission's bi-weekly insurance show cause proceedings set by notices and complaints to individual respondents. Today is December 27, 2023. It is now 12 p.m. My name is Aviv Segev, and I'm the administrative law judge assigned to this proceeding. I'm reminding staff that this proceeding is being webcasted, recorded, and transcribed. Let's start with entry of appearance. Ms. Hayden.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jennifer Hayden from the Colorado Department of Law, appearing on behalf of PUC staff. With me is Marquita Riley.
Good afternoon to both of you. Ms. Hayden, is staff ready to present its evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may call your first witness.
Good afternoon, Ms. Riley. Can you please, Your Honor, do you?
Yeah. Ms. Riley, would you kindly raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You may proceed, Ms. Hayden.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Can you please state and spell your name?
Marquita Riley, Marquita Riley.
Who is your current employer?
The Public Utilities Commission.
What is your job title?
I'm the program assistant for the transportation unit.
And what is your role in this proceeding?
I help to review the commission records and coordinate with staff for these proceedings against motor carriers that do not have current effective levels of financial responsibility on file with the commission.
And do the commission statutes and the rules require motor carriers to file evidence of financial responsibility with the commission?
Yes.
Can you tell us which statutes or rules require motor carriers to have evidence of financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008 requires that motor carriers file and maintain evidence of financial responsibility with the commission.
What needs to be provided to the commission to show financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008, motor carriers must electronically file certain forms. An example would be such a Form E filing.
And how long does this evidence of financial responsibility remain in effect?
Again, per our Rule 6008 requires that each insurance company give the commission a 30-day advance written notice when insurance is not being renewed or if it's being canceled.
And what is the next step when you receive a notification of cancellation or non-renewal?
We use the commission's operates database to compile a list of motor carriers who we receive notice of cancellation.
Thank you. I'd like to direct your attention to hearing Exhibit 1. Were the exhibits for today's hearing provided to the respondents?
Yes, they were.
Let's see. How were those provided to the respondents?
I created a list from the emails provided from the respondents in the operates database. I then emailed that list over with the exhibits to the AG's office. The AG's office then pre-filed the exhibits with the commission and emailed each respondent.
Okay, and here we have, thank you. We're looking at what has previously been marked as hearing Exhibit 1. Can you please describe this document, Ms. Riley?
Yes, this is the initial hearing cycle listing that contains the names of the motor carriers that the commission received notice that their financial responsibility was going to expire.
Who prepared this list?
Commission staff.
How is it prepared?
We use the commission's operates database for this to prepare this list.
And when did staff prepare this list?
On December 8th, 2023.
And can you describe where that date appears on Exhibit 1?
It's on the bottom right corner.
And does the commission create a hearing cycle listing like the one we see here in Exhibit 1 as part of the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain documents like Exhibit 1 as part of its business record in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 1.
Hearing Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Ms. Riley, based on this list, what action did the commission take?
The commission sent a letter to each respondent.
Okay, I'd like to turn your attention to what has been marked as Hearing Exhibit 2. Ms. Riley, what are these documents?
These are copies of the letters sent to each respondent on today's updated list.
And what does the information in these letters tell the respondents?
The letter explains that all operations under its authority may be suspended as of the date the insurance expires unless proof of proper insurance is filed with the commission. It also provides notice of today's hearing and advises the respondent that if proper evidence of financial responsibility is not submitted to the commission, then its authority may be revoked.
When did the commission send these letters?
The letters were sent on December 8th, 2023.
Is it the practice of the commission to create letters like these in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
And is it the practice of the commission to maintain letters like Exhibit 2 as part of its records in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, having scrolled through 16 pages of Exhibit 2, staff moves to admit Exhibit 2 into evidence.
Hearing Exhibit 2 is admitted.
Ms. Riley, does the commission require motor carriers to establish and maintain a designated agent?
Yes.
And were these notice letters sent to the addresses of the designated agents provided to the commission?
Yes, they were.
How did the commission serve those letters?
Through first-class postal mail.
If we could please pull up Exhibit 3. I'd like Ms. Riley to turn your attention to what's previously been marked as Exhibit 3. Please describe this document.
This is the attachment sent with each notice letter in Exhibit 2. The attachment gives instructions on how to participate in today's hearing.
And when was this attachment sent to the respondents?
On December 8th, 2023.
Is it the commission's standard practice to include this attachment with the notification letters to the respondents when it holds an electronic hearing?
Yes.
And did the commission create this attachment in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain attachments like Exhibit 3 in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Hearing Exhibit 3.
Hearing Exhibit 3 is admitted.
Thank you. Now let's talk about what has previously been marked as Hearing Exhibit 4. The Certificate of Service. Ms. Riley, please describe this document.
This is the certificate of service for each notice letter and attachment sent to each respondent.
And did the commission create this certificate in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain certificates like this in the regular course of its business?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 4.
Hearing Exhibit 4 is admitted.
The language on this certificate states whose names and addresses appear below, and below that it states see hearing cycle listing. Are these statements referring to the original hearing cycle listing in Exhibit 1?
Yes.
If it could please return to Hearing Exhibit 2, which is the notice letter. The letter informs the respondents about what happens if it can provide evidence of insurance or surety coverage before the hearing. If the commission receives evidence of insurance or surety coverage, what happens?
Then we will not proceed against that carrier and dismiss them from the hearing cycle listing.
Did staff create an updated hearing cycle listing for today's hearing?
Yes.
Can we please look at what's previously been marked as hearing exhibit 5? Hey, we're there. Okay, Ms. Riley, please describe this document.
This is the updated hearing cycle listing for today's date. It contains the names of the respondents that we still do not have evidence of financial responsibility on file for them.
And did staff create this list the same way as you described for hearing exhibit 1?
Yes,
Who created this document?
commission staff.
When was it created?
This was created on December 20th, 2023.
Did the commission create this hearing cycle listing in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes,
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain the updated hearing cycle listing in exhibit 5 as part of its records in the regular course of its business activities?
yes,
Your Honor, staff moves for the admission of exhibit 5.
Hearing exhibit 5 is admitted.
Did staff send a letter to all motor carriers listed in hearing exhibit 5?
yes,
And do the addresses listed in hearing exhibit 5 match the carriers' addresses in hearing exhibit 2?
yes.
When is the last time you checked to see if there was any change in the status of carriers in exhibit 5?
This morning, December 27th, 2023.
And are you aware of any pending applications affecting a any common and contract carriers listed in hearing exhibit 5?
We don't have any pending applications at this time.
Does staff recommend dismissing any carriers listed in hearing exhibit 5?
Yes, we have 3. The first one I have is J Bishop Transportation LLC, PUC number LL-03299. That customer has filled out a cancellation form for their permit. We also have Fred's Towing LLC, PUC number T-1132. We have insurance filed for them. And then Denver Black Limo LLC, PUC number LL-03561. Insurance has also been filed for them as well.
Okay, and so there are 3 dismissals: J Bishop Transportation, Fred's Towing, and Denver Black Limo LLC. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Are you aware of any letters returned to the commission?
We don't have any return letters for this proceeding.
Okay. When does the decision made after this hearing become a final commission decision?
The recommended decision will become a final commission order 20 days after the administrative law judge issues the recommended decision if no exceptions are filed.
What happens if a carrier provides proof of insurance before the decision becomes a final order of the commission?
Then the recommended decision will not be enforced against that respondent.
And what is staff's recommendation today?
Staff recommends that the permit or certificate numbers listed on here in Exhibit 5 be revoked due to lack of financial responsibility as required by law, except for the 3 listed before: J Bishop Transportation LLC, Fred's Towing LLC, and Denver Black Limo LLC.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. I have nothing further for this witness.
Thank you. Thank you both. I do not have any questions. Does staff rest?
Yes, Your Honor. Staff rest.
All right, Ms. Riley, you are excused. Thank you both, Ms. Hayden, Ms. Riley, for your presentation. I will take this matter under advisement and issue a written recommended decision. Any questions before we adjourn?
No, Your Honor.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.